Hi guys, welcome to DMT, welcome to Dazmatron motorcycle trips, welcome to the Fenland TT, an 80-mile clockwise loop, 2.5 hours plus stoppages. You'll see I'll stop off before starting the loop at Peterborough to Motorcycle Cafe there, which has got 2 or 3 dealerships around it, motorcycle dealerships, so that was interesting to have a look around. I didn't complete the loop because I encountered the same problem that William the Conqueror encountered hundreds of years ago when he tried to storm the Anglo-Saxons on the Island of Ely because it was surrounded by water. Now I know we go through rivers on the adventure tours, but I just didn't want to risk it, and this local pedestrian told me that 3 or 4 cars had been pushed into the ditch and a brand new BMW had gone into this ditch at the side of the river. So I turned around and sacked it off, and I finished the loop. So but let me know what you think to it. Let's get into the video and I'll tell you what William the Conqueror did when he finally stormed Ely, and what he did to a bit of a rebel warrior that was defending the cause. Let's get into the video. Well, good morning, hi guys, welcome to DMT. I can't believe it, just coming into Rutland, look. It's the end of March, getting towards the end of March. The clocks go back next week, next Sunday, and the forecast for the last week or so has just been rain. But today, Wednesday, it's got this forecast of half cloud, half sun, and that's exactly what we've got. It's an opportunity to get some bike therapy.
I guess the sensation of riding, it's the wind, it's the smells, it's the sights, it's the sounds, the idea of travel, journeying, the sensations of being alive.
I'm going to hit the loop on the west side of the loop, and that's where I'm going to commence it. I'm going to Peterborough, and I've just typed in Google Motorcycle Cafe in Peterborough, so I'm going to Motorcycle Wheels Cafe. But I'll show you when I get there. Anybody that lives this side of England, you'll know which one I'm talking about. Anybody that's thinking or contemplating a loop that side of or that area of England, then yeah, I'll show you what it's like, what it entails, and if it's something you want to consider. Right, so I'll switch the camera off and I'll give it some beans, and I'll tune back in when I get to this motorcycle cafe in Peterborough. Wheels, there we go, there's a sign. Wheels, new and used motorcycles. Riders Cafe. Peruse some bikes. You've got Suzuki, you've got electric, Augusta, you've got Honda. What else have you got? Kawasaki. Yeah, very good. So I'm going to have a bite to eat here, then I'm going to go over to Whittersley, and that's where I'm going to start the clockwise loop from Whittersley and go all the way round to Wisbeck, down to Ely and Chatteris, back to Whittersley, then back home, get a bite to eat and then crack on. But what a beautiful day, it's lovely. £10.50, not bad at all. Recommend Wheels Honda, a little cafe in there to set you up for the start of the day. Marvellous. Let's crack on with the Fenland TT. I mean, it's forecast rain tomorrow, so where we've got this little window of opportunity, a day in between rain, at the B1040 to Crowland. So this is, I'm on the loop now, so let's get going. I'm getting blown around. You can see the bike being pushed to the right here. Wow, massive side wind here. And the further towards the coastline that you get, it used to be a marshland, the Fenlands, and Ely, which is where we actually passed through later on the loop, was actually an island. Welcome to Lincolnshire. So yeah, we do cross into Lincolnshire. So we just come from Cambridgeshire, going into Lincolnshire. So they're the 2 counties that we'll be having a little bit of fun on today. Nothing behind me, nothing. Clearly see there's nothing ahead, so I can get right down low and take the bend really wide there. So I just wanted to stop and show you some of the road surfaces here. I mean, there's literally a step in the tarmac there, and you can see it just ahead of me there. If you were to go through that, but I like the explanation that Mr. Weir says in the book. The Fens hold a riding challenge that is uniquely their own. It's not the elevation but the undulation that makes these roads so demanding. Roads that look so straight and narrow on the map turn out to be rippled like rooked up carpet. Waves of tarmac frozen in lumps and troughs capable of kicking a speeding bike or indeed a transit van into the air. You've got to keep your eyes on stalks on this road. But yeah, unlike Wales, this is flat as a pancake. So you've got no scenery to look at, just fertile land for harvesting crops. But never mind, let's enjoy the Fenland TT. But naming this loop the Fenland TT, I'm not sure why Mr. Weir's done that, because that would imply that you could give it some beans, but you do not want to be giving it some beans down. I mean, you can't see the undulations in the road here, but it is very bumpy. Right, we're now coming on to the B1166, and here we go. Good start. It says road closed. Oh dear. Another example of the look at the road up there chopping up. Let's see how far we can get before we may have to come back and follow the diversion. Yeah, so when you're picking your lines on this road, this bit's okay. I can see there's a nice line there without any bits of added tarmac to fill the dip in the road. This bit looks a bit inviting. If they make it like this, nice and smooth, then that will be nice. Oh yeah, I mean that's lovely road surface. It's gone from one extreme to another. It's gone from bumpy and undulated to smooth as a pancake. So it's this B1166 yellow road to Wisbech. So I'll just go back and hit the diversion. Yep, so the diversion is taking me down this long straighter road. There seems to be lots of sections like this on this loop where you've got a long dark road where you can see right into the distance. Bit underwhelming so far, the Fenland TT. Lots of straight roads like this. You got another long section. Oh look, what's that sign? I've not seen one of those before in this area. Twisties. Wow, they don't come around very often. Just make sure that's not gravel. You can see the change in the surface. Diverted traffic. Alright, so I need to go right here. And looks a bit more exciting, doesn't it? The side road. Another straight bit of road. God knows where I am now. It feels like I'm on a bit of a mystery tour. I'm having to go onto the right side of the road there to avoid that camber. So as you can see, there was a bit of a theme going on with the Fenland TT, in that there was a lot of straight roads. The road surfaces, there were some nice road surfaces, but there was some really poor road surfaces, like the book says, the undulations. So if you was going down some of those straight stretches on a sports bike, you would buckaroo straight after it, and there's some big ditches at the side of the road. Yeah, so why is that? Well, the Fenlands contains peat, and the peat's sinking into the ground, and as the mean sea level is actually higher than the land mass of Cambridgeshire, being the lowest land mass in the UK. The ground is sinking and the sea level's rising, so there's more and more floods coming in. I cracked on, got to that diversion, took the diversion, went on a merry-go-round, came back to the beginning of the diversion, spoke to the workmen. I said, which way do I go to get to Wisbech? They'd sent me on the right trajectory. I got to Wisbech, went through Wisbech, and I got to a place called Ely, and that's where I discovered firsthand the effects of all this rain we've been having, and the lowering of the land and the rising of the sea level.
You go through, you see, you're not ashore now.
Yeah, it's where, I mean, that looks quite shallow.
That's see how they're here, but when you go further around, it sort of like zigzags around.
Yeah.
When you get to the next bend a bit further over there, that'll be nearly. I bet I'll be up here on your motorbike about here.
Would it?
It won't be either here or about here somewhere.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
If you do, mate, you'll go through you go. Maybe about here.
Even the truck driver says that he's not going to go through that if it's that high. What do? Do I go through that? I don't know. Like that gentleman says there, it's he says it's worse around the corner. But I can see it's quite shallow here. You can see the top of the road surface here. But this is why they call it the Fenland Marshes. Why Ely was once an island, because it used to get flooded. Oh, you can see all the fields are flooded, look, and the ducks are going across the road. So what do? Let's go very slowly through here. Let's get to the bridge, see how bad it is, and then he reckoned it'll get as high as the step to that truck. Now I can't see around that bend, and seems to be more of a current. Yeah, I think it's going to be sensible to turn around and go back. And if you can't tell where the road is, you've got these ditches at the side of the road, so if you go slightly off the road, you're in the ditch, and that's what that lady says. It's just not worth it. So I threw caution to the wind. I've been defeated by Ely. Hereward, the last English resistance fighter to the Norman conquest. Because there's a few stories about his exploits, I'll put a little bit of a narrative in the description section below in the video, and I'll also put it onto the Dazmatron Motorcycle Trips Facebook page. So check that out if you want to see the connection between the Isle of Ely and the last English resistance fighter, Hereward. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, just support the channel. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and press the bell notification for future video releases. Take care for now, ride safe, bye for now.